Presenting Canary P.I. in Reminisce to Remember. Abominable, a J. Henry production. Randall's Road Salt, it just rocks.
Had to do something. Was slipping and sliding like Rosalie Dunn.
I wonder what's going on up in there. Up in there. Makes the job easy. That's swell. Makes the job easy. That's swell.
Will you look at me? I'll never be the same. I'll never P.I. again. Close-up shop, we're out of business. I'll write a good recommendation letter for you.
What? Just calm down. Tell me again what happened.
My car is at the shop for a tune-up, see? I'm no stranger to mass transit. Fine. I get off the subway, and as I'm walking up the street level,
You what?
I fell up a flight of stairs.
You what? How do you fall up a flight of stairs?
I don't know. There was a banana peel or something. I tripped forward. All this because of a litter bug.
This is all very canary of you. What did the hospital say?
They said it was just a sprain, but what did they know? Yeah, you keep laughing it up. Looks like it's turning purple. I think they're gonna have to amputate.
I sprained my ankle playing tennis last year, remember? You'll be fine in a week or so. Go home and elevate it. If you stop your complaining and leave now, you'll be back in time for Amos and Andy. Go.
I'm going. Listen.
Yes, my PI license is still good. We've been over this. If anything comes up I can handle, I'll take it. This is the second time I've come out of retirement for you. My name should be on this building at this point.
Yeah, there's plenty of other secretaries out there.
The name is Josephine Woodward. I don't seek out the PI life, but it seems to find its way to me lately. Do-gooders get swallowed up in the whirlpool of degeneracy, get jaded after they consume one too many servings of heartache hash, but I try my best. Canary, he's a belligerent fool sometimes, but he also tries his best. It's hard to keep a straight head in this septic tank of a city, while so many turn a blind eye to the stink. I would never admit this to him, but I don't know how he does it. There's only so many times you can take it on the chin before you tap out. The ref shows 9 fingers and he's up for another case. I'll take this next round. You rest up and let the cut man do his thing.
Hello? Do you take walk-ins?
Sure. Let's make this official. Come with me to the back office. Why don't you take a seat and tell me what your issue is?
Yes. Hello, my name is Jett Samuelsson. My teammates called me Jett, because how fast I was on the ice. I was a hockey player. Not much of anything now with this bum knee.
I thought you looked familiar. Didn't you play for the Wabasha Mackerels?
Sure did. Only got a few seasons pro before I got bumped down to the minors. Leg gave out. Gave it all up a year ago. Kinda lost without a rink and a crowd.
That's a shame. The Mackerels are a great team.
Yeah. Won the championship the year after my demotion.
How can I help you, Mr. Samuelsson?
Well, speaking of lost, that's exactly why I've come to you. Miranda Samuelsson, my kid sister. She's gone missing. She's halfway across the world and I don't know what to do.
A missing persons case?
It's not what you think. She's a good woman. She's a photographer. A bit on the adventurous side. Any boost to help her start off her career. She pays her taxes, she doesn't see strange men. She doesn't even smoke cigarettes.
Where was she seen last?
She went to Alaska to photograph the Aurora Borealis, staying in a remote cabin. That was a month ago. She was supposed to be back in a week.
Mr. Samuelsson...
Please, call me by my first name.
Jett, Alaska is very far away. I'm just a PI. I don't think it would be appropriate.
Please, I just need a hand. I just need a leg up just once in my life. Just once I need things to work out. I'm asking for your help.
This isn't gonna be cheap.
I have money. I didn't drink it all away yet.
Okay, Jett. Looks like you got yourself a PI.
Thank you. What was your name again?
The name's Joe. Don't wear it out. Fill out this form and affidavit and I'll be in contact.
Of course you know. I'm going with you.
Jett, I noticed that slight limp you have when you walked in here. Are you sure you can handle this?
I need to find out what happened to my sister. I need to see for myself. I know she's still alive somewhere.
Okay, I'll make the arrangements. We leave in 3 days. You have to pay this deposit up front. Good luck, Jett.
You weren't kidding. This is going to cost me. Good day, ma'am.
What am I doing back in the driver's seat? Alaska? This is no train ride upstate. This is halfway around the world. This is really it this time. Office chairs and paperwork beats pushing up daisies any day of the week. At least I'll be able to check something off my bucket list. I've only ever seen the northern lights in blurry black and white textbooks. Exciting, isn't it? But don't you dare forget why you're there, Joe. Miranda, where are you? I always like to fly. If I was to be reincarnated, I'd definitely like to come back as a bird. To me, it represents the ultimate freedom.
How long did they say this flight was? 10 hours?
Try 12. That's if we don't run into any turbulence. Don't tell me you're afraid of flying, a big guy like you.
A little. With my 2 feet on the ground, I'm in control. Up here, not so much.
Guess we both have a different philosophy on that. Hey, I got this book. Look at this. The North Pole Controversy. In 1909, Frederick Albert Cook and Robert Peary both claimed to have found the North Pole first, with dubious proof. The only thing that everyone can come together on is the fact that Roald Amundsen was the first ever to reach it by airship in 1926.
I remember my mom showing me that in the paper.
And look at this. Hey, this is fun. The snow yeti is an ape-like creature with white woolly fur purported to be found in the Himalayan mountains and the Arctic, also commonly referred to as the Abominable Snowman. Hey, Jett? Why the long face? You gonna barf?
No, I'm fine. Just put that book away.
Yeah, sure. I haven't slept in over 24 hours, so I could sleep through most of this flight. See you in Alaska.
Off again, perchance do what awaits thee in thy tomb. Be thy nimble, be thy true. What have you gotten yourself into?
The rhythmic thumping treads of the snowcat vibrated the cabin. Never driven one of these things before. It would be fun under different circumstances. Jett isn't looking so hot. He says he's queasy from the airplane, but I think it's something else. The poor man must be torn over his missing sister. You know, your sister could have picked somewhere less remote to take pictures of the sky.
She liked to work in solitude.
What do you think we're gonna find once we get there?
I don't know. The radio went dead 2 weeks ago. Local sheriff said they couldn't risk the trip. They warned her to wait until spring.
Well, just a little snow isn't gonna keep us out. This overgrown snowmobile is doing just fine.
There! That must be it.
In the distance was a quaint pine cabin. Spent lakeside summer vacations in one just like it. But that was 80 degrees at a lake.
Miranda!
Looks like no one's home.
But her belongings. Look, this is her camera. She would never be 6 feet away from this thing.
Well, she's not here, Jett. I think it's colder in here than out there. I'll work on starting the fire. You go see if you can get that generator up and running. There was a pile of split wood and kindling. I stacked them up in a cabin shape like Lincoln logs. I ripped a few pages from a Sears catalog that was nearby. As soon as I had it lit, the lights came back on.
There's plenty of fuel. It looks a little beat up, but it's not worse for wear.
It should warm up in here shortly. There was a clothesline with photos pinned to it that I couldn't make out in the dark. Beautiful black and white shots of the ethereal. What's this one?
Looks like some kind of hut made out of sticks and ice.
Look at the mountain line. Can't be that far from here.
No. No.
I found some more film with her left behind items.
We need to develop it. All of it.
Agreed. There could be a clue, but I don't know the first thing.
She's made me help before. I think I can do it.
He grabbed the glass bottles and pans from a shelf.
Yes. Developer fluid, stop part liquid. I hope this pulp is still good. I can do this.
Soon we were enveloped in crimson light. The cabin was one big dark room.
The first picture is starting to come through. Another hut. This one at an entrance. She must have had to crawl through.
What is that?
What?
Bones, I think.
Here comes another photo.
More bones. Jett, there's a skull in this one. That looks human.
It's what I feared the most.
What you feared the most? You're not telling me everything, are you?
We run a group. The Northeast chapter of Cryptozoology of America. Yes, he came here to film the Aurora, but also...
What are you on about?
She came here to get irrefutable proof of the Metokangmi, the wild man of the snows, the Yeti.
That's it, I'm leaving. I don't know what games you're playing, but I didn't sign up to play famous monsters with a bunch of Looney Tunes. What's that? It feels like an earthquake.
Avalanche! Get down!
Is this it? Is this how I go? Buried alive by ice and snow in the middle of the Arctic?
We made it. It's over. I think I can open the door.
The snowcat's gone. Completely buried. Even if we could dig it out, I'm sure it would need repairs that we're not equipped for.
The generator is completely smashed. I think I can get it running again, but I don't know how long it'll last. You get on that radio and be ready to call out for help. Otherwise, we're burning furniture and eating snow until spring.
This better work.
Mayday, Mayday, this is Josephine Woodward. We are stuck in an avalanche and request evac. Our coordinates are 76.3506. Repeat, Mayday, send help.
Did it work?
The broadcast went out, but the power went before I could get a response.
I know what I have to do. We'll never make it back out through the mountain pass without a vehicle. I can make it to civilization down the frozen river.
What are you gonna do, kayak down the ice?
I'm going to put the skates on. One more time. Perhaps my last, but we have to try. It's our only hope. While I'm still strong. I'm not nicknamed Jett for nothing.
I'm not sure that is wise.
You'll only slow me down. One of us should stay behind anyway, in case help comes.
Are you sure you want to do this? If you fall through, they'll never find you.
I got us into this, and I'm gonna get us out.
He opened his bag and started to strap on a pair of ice skates. Why did you pack those?
To get some figure skating in. Got to be off now.
Jett, good luck. I put more wood on the fire and put all the sweaters on I had packed. Keep my core temperature up or die. I kept trying to look outside for any signs of rescue, but there was nothing. An hour had passed. Maybe Jett's dead. Perhaps I'll be joining him soon.
Let me in! Let me in now!
I swung the door open and in stumbled Jett, wide-eyed and frazzled.
Hammer it shut! Hammer it all shut! Oh, it was such a mistake coming here.
Now listen, you need to get a hold of yourself. Tell me what happened out there. I have some training. I can help get us out of this.
As I skated down the ice, they chased me down the banks. They started with rocks and then boulders were landing 20 feet in front of me. Some closer. 1, 2, juke. My college time drills came back to me and I quickly dodged the Swiss cheesing ice in front of me. A line of beasts had stepped onto the frozen river in a gruesome blockade. The northern lights outlined their monstrous silhouettes in the dark. I turned back. I don't know how I made it. It's like they were toying with me for fun. They wanted me to come back to the cabin. It all makes sense now. They got my sister. I know it.
She might still be alive, Jett. Her camera and that cursed film we developed wouldn't be here if something happened to her out there. You said yourself she was connected at the hip with that thing.
Maybe something followed her back.
I think I made a big mistake in taking this job.
There's likely more than they let me see. There's a whole tribe, an army. This is no cabin. This is our doom.
A horrible banging erupted on the outside walls of the cabin. We both backed up until our backs were pressed into the opposing wall. A monstrous fist punched through the pine log wall. The strength! It grabbed Jett by the back and was slamming his body back and forth against the wall. As calmly as I could, I walked around the fireplace, took out a flaming log and pressed it into the forearm of the beast. A deep groan was heard on the other side. I took my gun out of my shoulder holster and I shot through the splintered hole. I could hear the crunching of the snow as whatever it was ran away. This isn't how I go. How I go involves being 90, fanned with banana leaves and being hand-fed grapes. This is what's going to happen. Anything comes in here and I'll fill them so full of lead, gas jockeys will be licking their lips. I know we don't get full daylight this time of year, but it's got to be better than pitch black. At dawn, we dig out, jury-rig whatever repairs needed, and get the hell out of here. You understand?
Yes.
Brush yourself off. We have a lot of work to do. We spent hours reinforcing the cabin and patching the wall. I could see Jett's hand shaking as he hit the final nail.
Toothpicks and matchsticks.
I don't want to hear it. It's been quiet out there. Maybe they're gone.
Wait, I need to get proof. The world needs to know. There's one more roll of film left.
We spent all this time making sure nothing can get in, and now you want to go out? No dice, champ.
Please, I must go out there. They're back. Now's the time.
Glass shatters and wood splinters. Through the window crashes 300 pounds of morbid carrion. A half-eaten caribou stiff from the cold. Get down, goddammit! You're gonna get both of us killed!
Please stop shooting.
That wasn't me.
You! Put that down! Get away from that cabin!
The front door gets kicked in, and in walks a ghost.
Grab what you can. We're leaving. Now!
We haven't found my sister.
We can't help her now, Jett. We gotta go. Jett spent the entire trip in the back seat with his face buried in his hands, intermittently choking back tears.
When I found out you took this crazy job, I hopped on the next plane. I was at the sheriff's station when the radio broadcast came through. You were lucky I heard it. They were too yellow to come in under these conditions. Said I could take a snow cap, but it was my funeral.
What did you see out there, Canary?
A psycho about to smash the front door with a rock. You're lucky I heard those shots. I couldn't find the place in the dark. I was about to turn around.
There's monsters out there, Canary. Monsters.
You just rest now. Joe, come in the back office. We need to talk.
If this is about that job, can it? I've already heard it from my mother.
Just what the hell were you doing taking a job like that? Hell, I would have turned it down. Sent them to someone situated in the right hemisphere.
You're the one who put me in charge. You can't talk to me like this. You're not my father. We're pretty much the same age.
Sometimes I sure as hell wish I was, but I'm gonna do my best to talk some sense into you.
You don't even believe me. You don't even believe we were almost killed by some beasts.
Of course I believe someone was after you. I saw some crazy run off into the forest. But come on, Joe. Snow yetis, Martians, and bogeymans. It was just a bunch of sadistic psychos. Sounds like that washed-up ex-hockey player was in on it.
Canary,
There was no need to take a chance like that. You wanted adventure and it almost got you killed.
Canary.
Speaking of your mother, what would I have told them if something happened to you? That I got her daughter killed?
Canary.
And another thing.
I quit.
Huh? You can't quit this conversation.
I quit this job. I quit being a secretary. I quit being a PI. I'd quit being Joe if I could. I can go be a waitress or a nanny or something. Tomorrow, I'll go down to the courthouse and nullify my license. I'm done. I'm out.
That's fine and all. Sure, cancel your PI license. I'll never put you in a situation like that again. But there's no reason to quit working here. We have a good thing going. We look after each other.
I took this job to be close to the PI life, but I can't do it anymore. Too much tragedy. Miranda's gone.
It's still a missing persons case.
She's gone, Canary. I'm packing my desk, an apartment, and I'm going to stay with my mother while I figure things out. Canary? Oh, sorry.
And she left. Didn't think she'd actually do it, but she did. Go after her. Make it right. Huh? Is anyone out there? We're closed. More regret. More regret to carry. You want to get wise? See, I'm packing heat back here. Too encumbered. You'll never make it now.
Voice acted by, in order of appearance, Chrisi, Talyn, Sage as Unnamed Speaker, M.T. Goins as Unnamed Speaker, J. Henry as Canary P.I, Tina Marie Serra as Josephine Woodward, Jani Suutarinen as Jett Samuelsson. Written, directed, and edited by J. Henry. Music by Pedro Esparza, Vivek Abhishek, Kevin MacLeod. Keep tabs on us at twitter.com/RPCanaryPI. This concludes the broadcast.